Hey guys, we've got some ideas for today. We're going to do some shelters with tarps. We've got an idea for a really good group shelter and we're going to try some different things. Thanks for coming. So we've used one piece of rope here, but we created two separate lines to create a gap in between the two tarps for this super shelter we're making. Just get a bit more tension on that rope. Right, so these two back bits now on both sides, we've pegged these out, that side and that side, and then we'll come up with an idea for this middle bit. It might work as a crisscross. So using two One Tigris Proteus tarps, we've created this group shelter. You can get a lot of people in this and you can have a fire under it. A small twig fire in one of these twig box stoves will heat it up because you've got a bit of wind protection there. Smoke can get out of it. I think it's a really good idea. If you used to put them further apart, you have a bigger area still. You could put a higher tarp over the canopy of the two sides and that would let smoke out and keep the rain out. Quite good if you're going to scout group or a forest school. You could do some teaching underneath there. I'll show you something else what you can do with this. Yeah, so like I said, twig stove. You could just put this in the centre for the smoke to go out from it. We'll light that in a minute and get the kettle on. Dying for a drink. But what you can also do, if you're sleeping in this chamber here at night time, if you want some privacy, or just keep the wind off you, you can drop this rod down. You could peg it out as well if you wanted to. You could peg it out like a tent. You could pull it right out, creating more room if you want to do that. But yeah, you've got a little chamber in there now that will work quite well, I think. So you can wake up in the morning and simply just throw it back. Well, Matthew and Craig then, I think we've agreed that we're definitely going to spend a night like this. We haven't got time this weekend, but I think very soon we're going to get out and just all of us get in here and cook some food. We're also toying with the idea of taking these two tarps to the Arctic for a big group shelter. Heavy snow, I think it will work well. I know it will work because I used it on our last expedition and it shedded snow quite well, the Proteus. I think they're about £58 posted. When you think about a DD 4x4, it's only a little bit more expensive than the DD tarp, but I think these are more versatile. I think DD are quality and they're great tarps, but I think you get a lot more out of these because these can become a tent as well. I fitted a stove jack in mine, so I have a log stove in it. If you're hammocking as well, you can enclose both ends of it to stop the wind rushing through, keeping you warmer at night. You all right now, Matthew?
I am, just getting my fat wood out.
You're getting your fat wood out. Yeah, it's firewood. So you could probably use this as a bit of a shooting hide if you use internet, or a bird watching hide set up like this. Camouflage your front of it a little bit. You could be warm and dry, and you could see all sorts of wildlife out of it. While Matthew and Craig are preparing the fire, I'll show you how to coil a rope up properly. It's handy to have a rope for this type of thing. I mean, paracord's great, but it tends to stretch a lot, and when you're using heavier shelters, it tends to stretch and your shelter sags. So I'm going to show you how to coil a rope up the mountaineering way. Excellent. Somebody's chainsawing today, so sorry about that if you can hear it in the background. I'll try and edit it out. So basically, this is what you want your rope to look like, uniform and straight, and so it's not going to get tangled up. But the way we're going to coil it up is so that it doesn't tangle when you throw it out. And I'll demonstrate that for you now. Hopefully it will work. But you can imagine if you've got somebody on the other side of a river, and you need to throw a rope to them, or someone's in a canoe and in a little bit of difficulty, you can throw a landline to them, you know, something for them to grab hold of. So as you could see there, it just flown out quite simply and didn't tangle. And the reason it didn't tangle is because we're crossing the rope like this. So if you have two sides, it's like a figure of 8. That way it doesn't knot up. So you just keep basically coiling it up, but leaving a gap in the middle like that. So now I'll get to about here, I start wrapping the rope around itself like that, nice and tight. You can do it neater than this, but then go through the centre of this loop at the top, creating another loop, and then simply feed this part through that loop, pull it tight, and you can actually wear it on your back if you wish to, like that. And you can pass this piece around the back of the rope, like so. And simply just tie it with a quick release knot. And now your hand's free, it's on your back out of the way. It's not going to get tangled up on anything. Just thought it might be handy for you. Quick release, you can get to your rope quite quickly in an emergency. And of course you can hang it from a line or from a tree branch. Quite simply like that. Another good thing you can use this rope for is fire tinder. This is jute, so it's a natural material, and you can just basically cut yourself a little bit of a wick off at the end, like so. And if you just pull the fibres apart and start fluffing it up, you can even use like a dog grooming comb, you know, like a flea removing comb or something like that, and just keep brushing the fibres out, getting it back to its natural state again. And then you can apply, you know, your fire starter on it, you know, your ferro rod, say, and then hopefully get a fire going in an emergency. I better tie a knot in the end of this rope so it doesn't fray. Just a simple figure of 8 knot like that. Pull it tight. It's something I can undo now because it's a figure of 8. It's not going to get too tight. Got the rack there, sir. There you go. Thank you.
Nice rack.
Yeah. There's a bit of coffee in the bottom of that which fell out. It just adds to the flavour. And texture. Yeah, and texture. So this fire's not really affecting this tarp because it's small, but it's so warm in here. It's just it's like being in the living room at home. I can imagine that this would be a really good setup for those cold autumn camps we go on. Do you reckon there's enough in that for 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need a massive cup of dead strong coffee either, do we?
I'm going to be a wimp and put some hot chocolate in it and have a mocha.
Yeah, but do it after, because I did it last time and it clogged up the thing. And made
oh no, I wouldn't put it in now.
I did.
I'm going to put the hot chocolate in my actual cup. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that and it did make a mess of it. So we're going to talk about some chairs in a minute, guys. We've got Matthew's turned up with something far superior than this, but it's heavier, so it's kind of a balance between comfort and weight. We'll show you those.
Oh yeah.
Really nice guy.
Yeah, so these are the nature hike chairs that we use, which are quite, you've seen these before. They're quite comfortable and they're lightweight. But Matthew's turned up with this one Tigris chair. It's a game changer. You could sleep in this, you can lie right back. And weight-wise, I'm not too sure what it's like, to be honest.
When they were packed up, there was a slight difference, but you can tell there's a difference.
There's not much in it,
But it's not a massive.
I think I'm going to be investing in one of these. They're just so comfortable.
So they're £10 more than nature hike ones, and they've got pockets.
They've got pockets as well. Oh, I could just go to sleep here. But it's a warm environment in here now, isn't it? And the smoke's coming out of this gap, so I'm not getting smoke in my eyes, even though it looks like we are, we're not. Right, if you've not seen Matthew's YouTube channel, check it out. I'll put a link in the description. He's got loads of dead interesting videos. Stuff for forest schools as well, you know, little projects you can do. So it's Birchwood Bushcraft.
Birchwood Bushcraft, yeah. Kind of a bit like, well, it started off a bit like Reams, where it was just a mix of everything. And you'll see some of Reams' older videos on there as well during lockdown. Yeah, there's a bit of everything. Like I said, forest school stuff.
Yeah,
is on there, and some ideas for like things around Christmas, Easter, things like that, and then some of the camps we've been on.
Yeah, check it out. Right.
One Tigris needs to sponsor us as well.
Just want to talk quickly about something that we've all been experiencing after our last Norway trip. Matthews didn't make this one, but he's felt the same in the past. We get quite depressed. We spent a week out in nature, and then we come back to the UK, and there's all the media rubbish and all that stuff, and we don't want to deal with it. We want to be out in the woods. How have you felt this week, Craig, after that?
Well, I've definitely been on the low since I come back. Suffering from a bit of PMD.
What's PMD?
Post-Norway depression.
Post-Norway depression.
Yeah.
Depression. Put that in the medical journals. It's a new thing. We've invented it.
Heard it here first.
Yeah. So yeah, we was all a bit down, and we decided we'd come out today, get out in the woods, have a catch up, make a bit of a video for you, and we feel better already, to be honest.
Yeah, just being out here for
yeah
a few hours we've been here.
Yeah,
it's been great.
Yeah.
As soon as you smell the fire smoke, it's like, I'm home.
If you've not seen this before, this is my kind of wallet I've made for my cutting tools. Made it out of leather. I wanted something a little bit different. And in here I've got like my axe, and I've got my saw, and I've got a sharpening strop that I've designed. This is a bit of a toolkit at the bottom for sharpening stones and stuff. So I've got my hatchet there, very sharp quality hatchet. And of course, you would have seen these on lots of channels, but this is the Agawa folding bow saw. I didn't take this to Norway, and I regret it. I did take a small Laplander saw. Didn't work very well on the dense wood in Norway. We had a silky saw that worked a bit better, but for the weight difference, these are quite lightweight. I should have brought this. It would have saved a lot of time and effort. Fantastic saw, really good. I'll show you the strop I've got inside here. This holds a spare bow saw blade. I can tie this to a tree, and I can use it as a razor strop for sharpening my blades and axes. Just an idea I come up with. Might catch on, I don't know. I think it works quite well, to be honest. But I just thought I'll show you that, just in case you've not seen it before. I mean, I've done plenty of videos where you probably have seen it, but in case you haven't. It's starting to rain now, so I'm going to get the gear underneath the canopy. It's a good job we put this up. We've got somewhere to sit out of the rain, have a coffee. Come inside for a bit, it's raining. We've got room for a little one.
Bring your friend in. Calling you a song.
Right, that's you, come on. Inside, meet the missus.
silent.
Like a
Pea
pea,
shooters.
pea shooters. You don't see
Gotta go.
pea shooters anymore, do you? Have you got much hot chocolate, Matthew?
Pardon?
Have you got much hot chocolate?
I've got a sachet. I've got some more sachets. If anybody else wants a mocha, do you want a mocha?
I wouldn't mind a mocha,
Want a
mate.
mocha?
Go on, then.
I'm going to have to let that settle for a minute so that the coffee granules sit to the bottom of the pot. Leave it there for a few seconds. I think if you put cold water in it, it makes the granules sink as well, doesn't it? That's what the cowboys used to do, I think.
Oh, it's good to be back out, isn't it?
It really is, mate.
Yes.
I just wish we was camping tonight.
Yeah.
Get a few beers and get some meat on the go. So do you reckon this would actually be warm enough this time of year with all of us in here? Just
This time of year,
I think so.
yeah.
I think it would, yeah.
Because you've got your layers as well. You don't just rely on like the fire. So
Yeah, it
right.
does feel warm. It does feel really good.
because even just taking the wind off, like having like the windbreak
Yeah,
stops the chill as well.
yeah. I think we should have put more water in this.
I'll only have a bit to go.
You've got the posh cup. That's one big cup to that. Sure, that's all.
I'm alright.
Looks good. So Matt, you're a bit of a kit guru, aren't you? Sometimes, well, I think he is. Have you got any new kit I can look at?
Well, you've seen the chair.
The chair's your
You know-
latest buy, is it?
I was looking at some. I actually had something at home, and for the life of me, I couldn't find it. But the on the Living to Learn Facebook page, there's a guy called Joe Price.
Joe Christ.
Yeah, and his company, Forest Fundamentals, they made this pot hanger, but it can attach to anything. So some pots, like you can hang something off, but like for that, you need one of those like fancy thing
internal,
inside inside of it. So it'll attach to that. It'll attach to that, which is a different shape. That's like the kidney bean shape, and it's adjustable as well. So, and I ordered one, and it arrived at home. And I've been meaning to take it out, and for the life of me, I couldn't find it. So I wanted to bring it out. So, but yeah, Forest Fundamentals. They've got a few things that they've just released, including do you know the Yuko candle lanterns?
Yeah, the Yuko candle lanterns.
Do you know the
everyone knows
paraffin
about.
insert that I've got for mine?
Yeah.
So they've made one for theirs and like selling them, but it's a bit posher than mine. Mine's just like copper tubing.
For the Yuko or
for the Yuko
Right,
ones. So I think they've seen like these modifications out on like the Facebook groups and thought, oh, we can make that, which is fair enough. Like it's nobody's like ideas. It wasn't even my idea. I saw it from someone else.
It's quite old idea. I think
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if the Swiss Army Lantern had one.
Yeah.
You know, but they've been around for a long time, definitely.
Yeah, so they've got Yuko lantern inserts. They've got that pot hanger that attaches to kind of anything.
Yeah.
You were asking about this one before. This is a Field and Steel jackrabbit neck knife. So it's a friction holder.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Comes with a Kydex sheath for it.
Is that
Very
your neck
cool.
knife? Is it?
Yeah. So that's my kind of go-to neck knife.
Right. Expensive?
Other side.
Is that it?
It should. You should. You see the kind of outline there,
Ah, yeah.
and then it clicks in.
Yeah. So.
I think it was just over £100 for it. I think they are quite rare because, well, not rare, but he makes them to order. He doesn't they're not always available because he's a kind of a UK knife maker, makes them when he's got like the orders in. So once they're in and once they go, they're gone before he makes another batch of it.
Very cool. So we're actually on a nature trail here. There's a path just on the other side of these trees, but no one knows what we're here. They just keep walking past. We can see them, but they can't see us. Might be a good stealth camping shelter, this, you know. Speaking of stealth camping, I think I'm going to go up to Scotland this year on another trip, but it doesn't have to be stealth because I think you can wild camp in Scotland still. I don't think they've changed the law on that, have they? Might be something Craig might want to do. Take the pack rafts again, maybe go out on a big lock, get blown around.
Yeah, I'm definitely up for that. Heather's definitely going to be up for that as well. She's half Scottish, isn't she? So
Yeah, she is, and she's ginger, so and she's grumpy, so yeah, she's definitely Scottish. Matthew had to go. He had a family meal planned, and we lost track of time talking. So Matthew's hit the trail now. So we'll see him next time. Me and Craig are going to walk back now to the cabin. If you want to come along to the cabin for something to eat with us, you're more than welcome to join us. Really raining hard out there now, Craig.
yeah, we made it just in time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Right, well, thanks very much for coming along today. We've been a bit fed up, like we said before, coming back from Norway. It was a bit of a, I don't know, reality check, coming back to reality. It wasn't good for us.
No, not at all.
No, we got out of the woods for a bit. We feel a bit better. We're going to have something to eat, another pot of coffee on there, chill out. I don't know what the next video is going to be yet. It could be anything. We're quite random like that. I don't like to do the same thing all the time. I like to mix it up. Well, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.